with him.
The world needs to know now. There's a report, $250 million. It's been set. You and Pac. Has it been set, and have you signed it?
No, that's not true. And I haven't signed yet, and he hasn't signed yet. You know, it's just been speculations and rumors. But hopefully we can make the fight happen.
All right, well, do me a favor. If you make the fight happen, don't make it in May, because I'm working in May. I want to come see the fight. Can you make it like July or something when I got some time off?
I'm Mayweather. We have to make it happen in May.
That's a good point. Money, thanks for this.
Alright guys, well there it is. You have it. Floyd Mayweather says it himself. The contracts are not signed. It's just speculation. So, hey, you know, it is what it is, man. But, you know, I think that he's blown two great opportunities to come out and say that the fight is signed, or, you know, or at least try to push it to where it would be done, and they could announce it. They could announce it on the Super Bowl or tonight on the All-Star game. I mean, millions of fans watching both of those games. I mean, much more than boxing, obviously. You know, I just think it's you know, he's hurting himself, man, and he's losing a lot of they're losing a lot of fans that will buy this pay-per-view. You know, I mean, the hardcores are going to be there because we're there every fight. And, you know, regardless of it's Mayweather or Pacquiao, you know, the hardcores are there. It's the casuals that drive up the big pay-per-view stars. And he missed another opportunity, man. And not only that, but it comes off, I mean, I know that there's reports out, and you can't believe every report, obviously. You know, but there's been multiple reports of, you know, Pacquiao saying he already agreed to everything, that he signed a contract, and there's no contract. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. It really is. I mean, it's just too much back and forth for me, man. You know, personally, I'm gonna stop following it, like I've been doing. You know, maybe one day if I, you know, click on my, you know, my internet on my phone, or I'm at home and, you know, I happen to see, hey, the fight is signed, you know, hey, great. But, you know, I'm not going to be looking for it anymore, because I got, you know, like I said, I know a lot of people who I watch sports with. You know, we watch basketball, football, baseball together, you know, all the big games, the All-Star games, the World Series, the Super Bowl, you know, NBA Finals. You know, we all watch them together, and they always ask me, because I'm the hardcore out of the group, you know, what's going on with Mayweather, Pacquiao, and, you know, I just told them all, because they all called me, you know, they all hit me up, you know, during the interview or after the interview, and there's like, you know, like, what's wrong with this guy? I mean, and the looks of it looks like he's, you know, he's making himself look like he's afraid to fight, you know, and, you know, I'm not saying he's afraid. I don't think Floyd Mayweather is afraid of Manny Pacquiao. You know, to be honest with you, I don't know what the problem is. I don't know. I mean, I've been watching boxing for a long time now, and I've seen a lot of big fights, a lot of super fights. And for some reason, this day and age, they can't get this fight to happen for some reason, you know? And let me tell you, man, now in G-Funk's opinion, the fight that I was most hyped for, and I think most people can agree with me on this, when Felix Trinidad fought Oscar De La Hoya in 1999, you know, that fight was, I mean, you had it all. I mean, you had two primetime welterweights, you know, both undefeated, both champions, both records are just about the same. You know, they both had a ton of fans. It was Mexico versus Puerto Rico. You know, you had it all, man. I mean, just imagine if that fight took place today. Now, remember, when that fight happened, it was the black box era. You know, everybody had black boxes, including myself. And, you know, we didn't pay for this fight, but, you know, it still broke a record at the time. So, like I said, just imagine if a fight like that happened. If those two were fighting right now instead of Mayweather and Pacquiao. And, I mean, that fight, I mean, was made with no sweat. I mean, just listen to this post-fight interview here. with Oscar De La Hoya and Larry Merchant after De La Hoya had just beat Obakar. Just listen.
Because I have an opponent September 18th, Felix Trinidad. I'm going to get you. Come on, bring it on. We're going to fight. Let's do it.
Okay, I'll take your cue then. Why are you calling out Felix Trinidad? He should be calling you out, presumably. Why do you want him so badly?
Because we're going to fight September 18th. He finally signed the contract. Let's do it. That's my next fight, September 18th. We're going to do it. And I'm ready, and he's ready. It's going to be the fight of the century, I guarantee it.
The fight of the century, I guarantee it. Now, you know, the fight obviously didn't turn out to be like the fight of the century, but like I said, you had the two best at the time, the two, you know, guys with the most hype behind them in that division. Both had straps just like Mayweather and Pacquiao do in the same division, and they can't make the fight happen, man. I mean, it's pathetic, man. It just is. And you know, it really does it's turning a lot of people off, man. You know, I'm still going to do my best to try to get as many people as I can to get into this fight if it ever gets announced, because, you know, I love the sport, man, and I want to push it. I want it to get back to where it used to be, when it was, you know, right there with the rest of the sports, you know. But it's just not there anymore, man. I mean, you could just look at the numbers, man. I mean, both of these guys fight nonstop on pay-per-view, and their numbers they're dropping. You know, they're just not the same. So, you know, it's showing, man. Fans are frustrated, man. They want to see these two guys fight, and it's not happening for whatever reason. I don't care whose fault it is. I'm not gonna do no investigating. I'm not gonna do no digging on who's doing this or who's doing that or whatever. All I know is the damn fight ain't happening. That's all I know, and that's all I care about. You know, if whether it happens or it don't happen. You know, and if it doesn't, I'm ready to move on and start talking about some of these other guys who are on the pound for pound list. You know. If these guys don't want to fight each other, hey, they're gonna have to live with that the rest of their careers. You know, when they continue fighting, of course, people are gonna be asking them questions. The media, why didn't the fight happen? Why didn't you fight Floyd? Why didn't you fight Manny? Even years after they're done fighting, you know, people are gonna go up to them and interview them and ask them the same question. So hey, you know, that's on them, man. They made their bed. They gotta sleep in it if they don't make this fight happen. Finally, I mean, it's been 5-6 years since they've been talking about this fight, and it's still not there. Give me a break, man. So anyway, like I said, man, it just Floyd makes himself look really bad with this kind of thing, man. He just does. And like I said, I'm not saying he's afraid, but the way it looks, trust me, guys, the way it looks. I know a lot of you Mayweather fans aren't gonna like that, but it does. He makes himself look like he's afraid when he says these things, you know. You know, and I don't think he's afraid, but that's just the way it looks. And you know, hey, I don't know what to say, man. He had two good opportunities to do it, but to be quite honest with you, I'm done talking about the potential fight. You know, if I decide to do any video about these two, hopefully it's about the fight happening, you know, and it's a prediction video and a post fight. So I don't know. I'm just, you know, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say anymore about it. I just don't. I've never seen this sort of thing happen with two mega stars. I mean, I've just never seen it. So, anyway, that's all I gotta say, man. I'm just completely lost for words, really. It might be time to move on, guys. So, let me know what you guys think, man. I'm out.